Hey y'all. So I want to do this video because this is so crucial, okay? And I'm going to really try hard to put Lee Hammock's video in the description. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to put Lee Hammock's video about why narcissists lie, all right? There wasn't a snake narc that I knew, and there was a point in time where we had a massive fight coming back from the lake because he had already told his so-called church, which is just for image. He don't give a shit about the church, the pastor, nobody else. It's all for his fake fucking image. Anyway, God, I hate pretenders and liars. God, I can't stand it. He's such a fraud. Anyway, we had a massive fight because he had supposedly told the church that he was going to be gone for the weekend. And then he proceeds to go. We go to the parents, and then we're supposed to be there for the weekend because he up here telling them at the church that he's not going to be there. And then as soon as the sun rises on Sunday, he flies out the door and races back to go back, to try to get back in time for church, which is stupid as hell because normal people, that's the operative word, normal people do not tell people that they're not going to be there. I'm going to be out of town for the weekend. And then they, ta-da, show up anyway. But we had a huge fight because he didn't want he didn't want me to enjoy myself at the lake. And he was so insistent on going back early, and I couldn't figure out why. Well, the lie that he said was, and it's sometimes they're so desperate to lie that they sound absolutely ridiculous. It sounds damn ridiculous, okay? But they're so desperate to not give you what you want that they'll just frantically pull straws out of a hat to come up with some bullshit to justify why y'all can't stay at the lake. I love water. I wanted to see the boats. I wanted to enjoy the environment. I just really love it. And he was determined he ain't doing it. So I was like, why are you so insistent on going back? You told them you weren't going to be there. He told his church he wasn't going to be there. And this is the tomfoolery that came out of his face. He says, and I quote, "Well, my church knows that even when I say I'm not going to be there, that I'm still going to be there." I want y'all to let that sink in. I want y'all to let the ridiculosity of that statement sink in. So that's the lie that he told. Would you like to hear the truth? Because narcissists are not capable of giving the truth. Okay. The real reason he wanted to zip away from the lake is because he's a cheap bastard and he worships his money and he steals mommy and daddy's money by begging for their money all the time. And anytime he has an opportunity to get something for free, he's all over it. Well, that weekend, that particular Sunday was his free meal at church. They do it once a month, and honey child, he's there all the time. I don't care if there's a tornado, his ass will be there. It's free. He will move one chair or one table, maybe help them move a table, and that's the extent of what his punk ass is going to do. He don't give them no money. He ain't coughing up no money for no damn body. He never gives money to the church. Never. Because he's a cheap bastard. He wears the same funky ass suit every Sunday. Same clothes every single Sunday. And had the audacity to make fun of Ralph at his church, which is Open Heart Baptist Church in Columbia, Missouri. The guy's name is Ralph. He had the nerve to talk about him like a dog. Look at him. What the hell are you talking about, dumb bitch? You wear the same clothes every Sunday. So anyway, their lies are so asinine. You have to start searching for the real truth because they're not going to tell you the real reason. They can't come out and tell you, I'm a cheap bastard and I don't spend my money, but I will spend everybody else's money. And if something's free, baby, I'm all over it. I will be there. I'll move one chair. That's the extent of what I'm gonna do. But I can't wait to get that food, boy. I can't wait. He can't really come out and tell the truth. So he has to lie and say something asinine and ridiculous like, they know if I say I'm not going to be there, that I'm actually going to be there anyway. Dumbest thing, one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. But he was just desperate to not let me enjoy the lake. Desperate, desperate. That is the best thing about being single. I could go to the water any god flipping time I want to. I could take my ass to the fucking water. I could stay from morning till night. I could let myself get a sunburn. I could let myself be protected by the sun. I could swim. I could not swim. I could sit by the water's edge and write poetry. I could stare at the water in a trance. I could do whatever the hell I want to do. And I don't have to have no silly ass gay bird tell me, who's pretending to be straight. I don't need no gay bird telling me what I can and cannot do. That's one thing that I don't have to put up with. It's the best thing about being single. I don't have to deal with petty fights. I don't have to deal with silly ass arguments. I don't have to deal with somebody trying to rob their church blind. I'm not going to give you a penny, but I'm going to sure enough eat all your goddamn food. Shit. That I could do. Wow. Tighter with his money than bark on a tree. Tighter than bark on a tree. So when narcissists give you asinine lies, one girl, I just read this a few minutes ago. She said that the individual she was with told her that he had got carjacked and the only thing they took was the motor oil that he was supposed to give to his mother. She said she busted out laughing because it was so ridiculous. She said, you mean to tell me you've got a watch, you've got money in your wallet, and you've got other things of value, you've got your vehicle, you've got all these things of value, and they took motor oil? Another example of stupid lies. Because they can't give you the truth. I was banging somebody else, and our love session went a lot longer than I thought it would go, so I have to come up with this asinine lie that defies logic and reason. Okay? When they're late, or very late, I lost track of time. For hours and hours? Wow, really? Or my cell phone died. So convenient. So convenient. They got to hurry up and leave the house because there's some papers that I forgot that are due tomorrow at work, and I haven't even started on them. Meanwhile, they hop over to their lover's house. I mean, they can't tell you the truth. So they're going to come up with something. Sometimes they're so desperate to lie that they just sound absolutely ridiculous. And when you think about it after the fact, you're just like floored at the stupidity, the extreme level of stupidity. So Kim Saeed talks about, she teaches about narcissistic abuse and, how to recover from it and how to recognize it and the whole bit. And she sells merch, and she has a t-shirt that says, it's talking about narcissism, and it says, "You're a lying liar who lies about lying." Ain't that the God's honest truth? You're a lying liar who lies about lying. Exactly. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and post Lee Hammock's video underneath this so that you all can click on the link and watch it. All right. Much love. Y'all take care.